48 hours in advance a notice of the bulletin boards in Stevenson and Churchill School, a notice to the township clerk, and notice to the Passaic Herald News and the Progress. Notice has been posted on the district website. For attendance, Ms. Jandali,
Here.
Mr. Egan,
Here.
Mr. Di Pasquale,
Here.
and Mr. Frieda. We have a quorum. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, at this time, I'd like to welcome our newly elected board member, Angela, and do you mind coming up with your oath of office?
Come around. Sure. Okay. I, Angela Altai, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state under the authority of the people, so help me God. I, Angela Altai, do solemnly swear or affirm that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education, and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations. Thanks.
How come she has a nice nameplate and you don't?
It's made up.
Okay. All right, at this time, asking the board for resolution to affirm the voter election for Angela for a 3-year term for 1,426 total votes. May I have a motion by one board member?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandoli,
Yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale,
Yes.
Mr. Frieda.
Yes.
At this time, I'm going to ask for nominations for the President of the Board of Education for calendar year 2023. May I have a nomination for the President of the Board of Education?
I nominate Andrea Gendoli.
Do I have a second?
Second.
At this time, I'd like to close the nominations for the President of the Board of Education. May I have a motion to close?
Motion. Second.
I'm sorry, who made the second?
He made the motion, I made the second.
Okay, thank you, Brian.
I guess I should talk into that.
Roll call, Ms. Andely?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Ms. Altai?
Yes.
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale?
Yes.
Mr. Frieda?
Yes.
Congratulations, Andrea.
Thank you.
So at this point, I'm going to appoint you as the President of the Board. Motion by to appoint,
Motion.
Motion.
seconded by Mr. Di Pasquale. Roll call, Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Dandeli,
Yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale,
Yes.
and Mr. Frieda.
Yes.
Okay, at this time, I'm relinquishing my duties and responsibilities, and Andrea, you can run the meeting. Need help, I'll help you, Andrea. Okay.
Now you can't be president. I gotta pull the agenda on my phone.
Thank you. Now, at this point, we would like to call, President calls for nominations for Vice President of the Board of Education.
I nominate Anthony D. Pascal.
I second the nomination.
Any other nominations? Motion to close?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandeli,
Yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. Di Pasquale,
Yes.
and Mr. Frieda.
Yes.
At this time, we would like to take public comments on agenda items only. Anyone? Okay. So next, we have the calendar for the year 2023 Fairfield Board of Education Board members and term. Brian is up in November 2023, Anthony, November 2023, Andrea, November 2024, Pat, November 2024, and Angela, November 2025. Motion,
Motion?
Second?
roll call,
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandeley,
yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. De Pasquale,
Yes.
Mr. Frida.
Yes.
Next, we have the Board Member Code of Ethics. Do I have to read the whole thing?
No, as
Okay.
stated.
If you all want to read it. Motion,
Motion?
Second?
committee appointments.
Wait, would you take a roll call?
Oh, roll call,
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandeley,
yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. De Pasquale,
Yes.
and Mr. Frida.
Yes.
Committee appointments. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education confirms the existing Board of Ed committees, chairpersons, and members for the 2023 organizational year as follows. Do I have a motion to table?
Motion to table?
Second?
to table, yeah.
Roll call?
I'm sorry, who made the motion to table?
I did.
Pat? And Anthony, thank you. Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandeley,
Yes.
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. De Pasquale,
Yes.
Mr. Frida.
Yes.
Reorganization resolutions. Parliamentary procedures. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education adopts the parliamentary procedures of Robert Rules of Order as the operating guide for the Board of Education meetings. 11, policies, actions, rules, and regulations. Be it resolved, the policies, actions, rules, and regulations adopted by prior Fairfield Board of Educations, which were in effect immediately prior to this organizational meeting, be reaffirmed and adopted by the Fairfield Board of Education for the 2023 organization. 12, uniform minimum charts of accounts. Be it resolved that the Fairfield Board of Education adopts the New Jersey Department of Education's chart of accounts in accordance with generally accepted accounting procedures for New Jersey public school districts. Payroll certification. Be it resolved that the board president, board secretary, and superintendent of schools certify all payrolls. The schedule of board meetings. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education approves and adopts the regular and monthly board meeting schedules as follows, which you'll see from today going to next January. Public meetings begin approximately 7:30 p.m. Please visit www.fpsk6.org to ensure meeting dates and/or times have not been canceled and/or rescheduled. Official newspapers. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education designates the Progress and the Herald News as primary and/or the Star Ledger as needed as the official newspapers for the placement of all legal advertisements for the Fairfield Board of Education. Do I have a motion?
Motion?
Do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call.
Ms. Altai,
Yes.
Ms. Jandeley,
Yes?
Mr. Egan,
Yes.
Mr. De Pasquale.
Yes.
Mr. Frida.
Yes.
Next, we have operational items. The architect of record will be DiCaro, Rubino, and Architects, appointing the firm from Wayne. They serve as the architect of record to the Fairfield Board of Education. Whereas the board has determined that it continues to require these professional services and desires that DiCarlo Rubino Architects continue to serve as the architect of record. Now therefore be it resolved, the board hereby reappoints DiCaro Rubino Architects as architect of record to the Fairfield Board of Education for the period of January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, And be further resolved, the publication of this notice of this contract shall be made in accordance with the requirements of the NJSA 18A, 18A-5. The auditing firm, be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education reappoints the auditing firm of Niscovia LLP of Mount Arlington, New Jersey, as the auditor of record to the Fairfield Board of Education for the annual school year for the 2023 organizational year. And be it further resolved, the publication of notice of this contract award shall be made in accordance with the requirements of the New Jersey SA 18A, 18A-5. Legal counsel, whereas the Fairfield Board of Education pursuant to the Public School Contracts Law, NJSA 18A, 18A-1, previously adopted a resolution appointing Machado Law Group LLC of Springfield to serve as board attorney to the Fairfield Board of Education. Whereas the board has determined that it continues to require these professional services and desires that Machado Law Group LLC continues to serve as the board attorney. Now therefore be resolved that the board hereby reappoints Machado Law Group LLC as the board attorney to the Fairfield Board of Education for the period of January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023. And be it resolved that the publication of this notice of this contract shall be made in accordance with the requirements of the New Jersey SA 18A.18a. School physician, whereas the Board of Education pursuant to the Public School Contracts Law, NJSA 18A, 18A-1, previously adopted a resolution appointing the Doctor's Office Urgent Care of West Caldwell, New Jersey, 556 Passaic Avenue in West Caldwell, to serve as the school physician to the Fairfield Board of Education. Whereas the board has determined that it will continue to require these professional services and desires the Doctor's Office Urgent Care of West Caldwell, New Jersey, to continue to serve as a school physician. Now therefore be it resolved, the publication of this notice of this contract award shall be made in accordance with the requirements of the NSA 18A to 18A-5. Be it resolved by the Fairfield Board of Education that the Doctor's Office Urgent Care of West Caldwell, New Jersey is hereby reappointed as the school physician to the Fairfield School District Board of Education for the remainder of the 2022-2023 school year at the following rates as provided. Bank, be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education reaffirms the designation of Columbia Bank and its successors as its official depositories of school monies and other funds for the district for the 2023 calendar year. And be it further resolved that the bank authorized to honor warrant drawn upon the funds of the Fairfield Board of Education, the following warrant, 3 officers to be authorized to sign checks. General fund, agency account, and payroll account. Be it further resolved, the business administrator and payroll benefits coordinator be authorized to perform wire transfer. Payment of bills. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education authorizes the business administrator, board secretary, to approve the payment of bills and claims between board meetings on an as-needed basis for the 2023 organizational year. And be it further resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education authorizes the school BA to adhere to Public Law 2007, Chapter 42, that changes NJSA 18A-19-3 that allows the payment of bills and claims below the 15% of the billed threshold, any claims under $6,600, without the vendor signing a declaration for receipt of payment. Job descriptions. Be it resolved, the Fairfield Board of Education adopts the existing board-approved job descriptions. Adoption of purchasing manual. Be it resolved that the Fairfield Board of Education adopts the current purchasing manual for the 2022-2023 school year on file in the Office of the Business Administrator. Can I have a motion?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
At this time, does the board have any old business?
Yes, I'd like to ask the superintendent a couple of questions, just follow up. When we started the school year, we had moved the 3rd grade from Stevenson to Churchill.
Correct.
How's that going? Any update you can share with us?
So, you know, Mr. Santana, the principal over at Churchill, he visits them basically every single day. They're doing great over there. I know when I've been there and talked to the students, they love being over at Churchill. I think they feel they should have been there sooner, but they've transitioned very well. They really like it there.
Okay, and then, in order to accommodate that, we moved that group of fifth grade students out to the trailers.
Correct.
How's that still going?
So they're doing well. We got an update that they did change the light switches in the trailers over the break, I believe. So that's going well. We're still working on a few things that I think that have to still be dealt with a few cameras.
A few cameras, we're waiting for the installation.
You know, so we have all the quotes and everything. We're just waiting for installation on a few things, but they're doing well.
And how are we doing now with like space over at Stevenson?
So we were able to get everybody off of a cart that's at Stevenson. So everyone's housed in a classroom. All the specialists have a classroom. We don't have extra rooms. Everybody's now there. If we continue to get increases with preschool, so students are in a state program for preschool, and when they age out, they go to their home district. So when we start receiving more students, depending on their programming, it may depend that we might need more room. So then we'll have to revisit some of the organization over there.
And how are we handling any increases in the small group instruction?
In both schools, or,
Yeah, either school's fine.
so right now we don't have more. We're just able to now house them at Stevenson, so they're doing very well with that. We still have some shared spaces, but we try to make sure that the schedules don't conflict where they're together when they're doing that. Churchill, I mean, we're crowded at Churchill. We have a lot of small group instruction going on in every spot that we can possibly put them in. So
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
you're welcome.
Do I have any more old business? Okay, moving on to new business. Does anyone have any new business? Any committee reports?
None.
Okay, so at this time, we will take public comments on non-agenda items only. No one? Okay. Our next meeting, be it resolved, the next meeting will be held in person on January 19th, 2023, executive session at 6:30, public session 7:30 at the Fairfield Municipal Building. Therefore, being no further business before the board, the reorganization meeting is hereby adjourned. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Roll call?
Ms. Altai?
Yes.
Ms. Jandeley?
Yes.
Mr. Egan?
Yes.
Mr. De Pasquale?
Yes.
Mr. Frieda?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Fastest meeting.